Greetings, people of the internet. I am LUCHA Man. Welcome to Aperture Gaming presents a LUCHA Man review. Oh yeah. Now, why am I saying oh yeah in a very specific way? Well, the game that Aperture Gaming wanted me to review, it involves, well, do you like wrestling? Do you like turn-based RPGs? Well then, it's a good thing they invited me because I get to do this review. Let's get to the review. And this... oh yeah!
Series.
The name of the game is Wrestlequest. And it is the only game in its series. It's not a sequel, it's not a prequel, and it's not an in-between-quel. So yeah, Wrestlequest.
Team.
This game was developed by Mega Cat Studios, and it was published by Skybound Games. They have a couple of other titles on the Steam store.
Plot.
This game is pretty much a love letter / tribute to the turn-based RPG style and, but more importantly, wrestling. Professional wrestling, the world of sports, wrestling, extreme sports entertainment. Yeah, and of course the front figure and the front man is the main man, the myth, the legend, the Macho Man Randy Savage, the late, great Macho Man. Oh yeah, the cream of the crop. Anyway, in this game, you play as a toy. This game takes place, it's in a giant land of toys where action figures and stuffed animals and everything else wants to compete to be the greatest wrestling action figure ever. So it's kind of like Hypercharge Unbox, only instead of it being a third-person shooter, it is a third-person RPG game. Aside from playing as the Muchacho Man Randy, who is a fan of Macho Man Randy Savage, you also take control of other wrestlers. And there's two stories that are going on. You get to play as both characters. One is clearly a tribute to Randy the Macho Man Savage, and the other one is a tribute to Bret the Hitman Hart.
Gameplay controls.
The controls are, you move around this overworld, and then when you come to like hub areas, you can interact in the hub world and like go into shops to buy equipment, or go to a dungeon and fight the enemies within. You have 4 actions. You can taunt to build up the hype meter, but it lowers your defenses. You can do a basic strike. You can use an item to help you and or your party, and then you have the special action point consuming abilities, stuff like either increase health, add buffs or debuffs, or special attacks. The cool thing is, like, you can use the items in fight, and then after the fight you can use them like to help restore your health and whatnot. You go around to the dungeons and stuff. You fight other wrestlers in the ring. Some can be taken out just by being knocked out, but some require pinfall / holding down for the 3 count. And aside from just the regular combat stuff, there's also some mini games that are in this. So it's kind of like a little bit of Pokemon, but there's some other. Instead of capturing monsters, you just like I said, it's like a turn-based RPG where you encounter monsters and you have to fight them. Well, it's got swords and shields and magic, etc. It is wrestling.
Graphics.
Last game that was covered like this, it was like Double Dragon. Rise of the Double Dragon. So it is a like 32-bit style arcade. It has the look of the classic arcade look. Everything's pixelated, but everything just looks oh so dang good. And they have all these statues, like they have the statue to the Macho Man tribute. They also have statues of Junkyard Dog, Coco B Ware, Jake the Snake Roberts. Yeah, so this thing is a tribute to a bunch of classic wrestlers. Yeah, so it does look and play like an arcade RPG game. And oh man, the visuals and when you're in the ring and doing the combat, everything's great. The taunts, the basic attacks, and then the special attacks, everything just looks so fun.
Audio.
The audio is pretty good too. It has music for cutscenes, music for traveling around, and then of course there's music for combat, and music changes based on where you are. And sometimes when you're talking to characters, you'll see the audio box pop up with them talking, and then some random audio quote will be playing to help signify who's talking. It doesn't match up with what they're saying, but Yeah, so the music's good also, the audio quotes are fun, and listening to the sound effects of the crowd cheering and the blows landing and the power-ups happening, it all sounds great.
Multiplayer.
No, it is not a multiplayer game. It is only a single-player game.
DLC.
As of this time, there is no DLC. But I think if there is going to be DLC, hopefully we get more locations, more wrestlers, and I don't know, maybe the ability to, make moves.
Issues.
This game was released on the 21st and or the 22nd of August. It was supposed to be released 2 weeks earlier, but literally 2 weeks earlier, but literally a few hours before the game was to be launched, a bug was discovered that prevented the game from progressing. So that had to be pulled out really quickly from all the stores and stuff, digital online stores, to be edited and then brought back. Now then, when I was playing, at one point I had beaten a match, and then the game said, error, game has shut down due to in-game errors. I was like, oh no, how they fix this? I went back to playing the game a little later and was able to get through that area. And now, after every match, I save just to save my progress. So there was that one slight bug there. Another problem is the tag prompt. Some enemies can be knocked out, but others, they need to be pinned with the 1, 2, 3 count. You'll have an arrow and then like a green square you have to match up to for the 1, 2, 3. Now, I'm not sure if it's the game itself or it's the way, or if my controller is acting up, or I'm not sure, but I was hitting, when I was doing the prompt button, it was missing it, even though the arrow was in fact on the green squares. I'm not sure if that's an error on their end or mine, but hopefully it can be, if it's the former, hopefully they can get that sorted out. Finally, this is something for if you get the game, when you're playing it, and you can do, like I said, the manual saves. When I went back into it at one point, I hit continue the first 2 times without any problem. But the third time when I was going to continue, it started me back at the start of a dungeon. I was like, wait a minute, what's going on here? So then I exited the game, went back to the start menu, and I hit load from where I manually saved, and it put me back where I was. So be cautious. You may have to sometimes hit the load button instead of the save. Instead of the continue button. So there's that slight problem there.
Buy, rent, or pass.
This game was purchased for the Nintendo Switch. That was when I first heard about it, and that's the first platform I saw. But I also saw it's also available on Steam. But yeah, if you're a fan of turn-based RPGs, classic-looking pixels, and if you like wrestling, well then this is the game for you. I say it is a definitive buy.
Overall score.
Yeah, so this game, like I said, it is a tribute to the classic WWE and the turn-based RPG. It's kind of like what Brutal Legend did. It was a tribute to all things metal, and that wasn't talked on this channel. But yeah, that was a good game also. But yeah, this game, it is fun. It is enjoyable. It teeters very close to breaking the fourth wall every once in a while, because it's having parodies and tributes to the classic wrestlers. And there was one area, I was looking at the crowd, I saw 2 characters. I will cover in a slight spoiler thing in just a few moments, so just be on hand, stand by. But yeah, this game is fun. There's a few errors, and I would like to see maybe some DLC where we can make a few more adjustments, or if this game, since there's so many wrestlers, this game could potentially go the route of the Pokemon and have more areas and more wrestlers to get advice from, or to fight, or more abilities, more moves, etc. blah blah blah. It is a fun game. I love the way it looks. I love the way it sounds. The music is great. The audio is great. The visuals are great. I had fun playing this game, and I do intend to play it some more. So Lucha Man is proud to give Wrestlequest, the love letter tribute to the WWE, RPGs, and of course, the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Ooh yeah! We give it a 9.5 out of 10. Yeah. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you play it. And until next time, test subject 1337 will be back later. But until next time, this has been Lucha Man for Lucha Man Reviews. Now, I'll be back later. Be sure to tune back into Lucha Man Reviews for me reviewing Metalocalypse Army of the Doomstar. And that's all the time we have for this episode. Thank you for watching. Till next time, thank you for watching. As always, game on. Have a nice day. Alright, now here's the spoiler part, just to make sure. I'll make this real quick. In the opening scene of the game, I saw two characters in the stands. They are two characters from the series Invincible, and I was like, wait a minute, how'd they do that? How are they in the stands? What's going on here? Now, it turns out the studios that worked on developing and producing this game, they have an Invincible Games. They have a contract, so I guess since they have the rights, I guess they're able to work in those characters into the stand as a little visual, little Easter egg for you to find. Alright, hope you enjoyed the Easter egg spoiler, so thank you very much for watching again. And as always, game on and have a nice day.